Well, good morning there, YouTube. This is the Weekend Wanderer 3, out for another wander. As you can see on the drive, it's just a wee bit foggy out today. But that's okay. Make for a challenge trying to light a fire out there because everything's damp and wet. It's been this way for the last 4 days here in Wisconsin. It's almost 40 degrees right now, and it's January 22nd, I think, and it's gonna make for an interesting fire start. Alright, get back at you when I'm out in the woods. Well, good morning, folks. Weekend Wanderer 3 here. Finally got to my destination with all the fog and everything. But I'm here. Gonna take a little hike, see what's going on. Catch up with you later. Beginning of the trail here from the road, and you got a nice field, some hills off in the distance. Nice little area. And there's the woods. We got some more little pine area up there. Today, I don't know what I'll try to cover. Really don't have an agenda or a plan. Just wanted to get out. It's been a while, a couple weeks now, since I posted my last video. And that one was from the house, so that really didn't count as a wander. So, out here today. As I said earlier on the drive up, it's been raining off and on all day yesterday. Pretty much all day Friday. It's been foggy the last 4 days. So, things are going to be damp. And it's going to make lighting a fire kind of interesting. But that's okay. It's a challenge. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video from the house that you gotta practice your fire making skills and your other skills in a variety of climates and situations, in case that one day you actually do need it in the emergency. You can be confident in the fact that you have done it once before. And that goes back to the mindset. You know, if it is an emergency, it's nice to know that you have the skills and the knowledge to be able to overcome the situation, and that keeps you calm, keeps you from freaking out, and therefore helps you survive, especially when you need it. Alright, turn you back on here when I quit slipping around and all this and get into the woods a little bit. Nice little spot to sit and relax. Nice, they got a little bench there. Listen to the water roll by. Let the troubles of the day wash away. I hope this isn't too shaky. Try to enhance it a little bit during my editing. Though I'm not real good at editing yet, but I guess the more you do it, the better you get, or so I'm told. Nice little wooded area here, walking through. Back up a little bit. We got some birch right there. Could use some of that bark for tinder. And we got some lower limbs of a pine tree that are dead. But as you can see, they're all very wet and damp. But I guess that's what happens after 4 days of steady fog and 3 days of rain. Alright, back on the trail. Got some more nice hills here. Not that the camera really does it justice, but it's hard to see the slopes with the camera. There you can. And there, and then you go up. There's some hills in the background. Nothing real major. A little tricky when you're walking without spikes or anything like that for traction. But the snow is a little packy, it's damp, so I'm getting plenty of traction. I haven't fell yet. Not that I'm looking forward to falling and not planning on it, but one never knows. But like I said, it's pretty packy, so. Alright, still have no clue what this video is going to be about. Maybe just a walk in the woods, I don't know. Alright YouTube, I'm here. I don't know where here is, just the spot I picked out. I'm gonna see if I can find some dry wood. I'll have to split some, so I'll show you what I got going on here. There's a big old oak laying down here. And I'm going to take some of this big old dead oak standing, but that one's pretty rotten. But that one leaning right there, I want to cut into that and then split it. See if the center is dry enough to burn. Maybe make some feather sticks out of that and get a fire going that way. So I'll turn you back on when I lost my train of thought. It's kind of pretty out here. I'll show you. I'm on a little hillside overlooking a bunch of little small oaks and pines. It gets a little thicker out in there. And it goes uphill yet from here. Gets a little thinner out there. I'm here by a nice pine needles down there, but the rest is grass underneath the snow. I'm going to put a decent base down so I don't burn down into the ground or anything. And it's only going to be a little fire, if I can even get one going. Boy, this is so much better than being stuck in a house. Even on an overcast day like today. But it's still 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that works out to Celsius, but anyway, like I was saying, I'll cut you back on when, or turn you back on when I get some wood processed here and see if it's dry enough to make a feather stick. So, catch you later. Well, I found some oak. That stuff that I cut up was dry inside. Just making some feathers here. It doesn't feather real well, but it does feather. About the driest stuff I'm gonna get today, I guess. This is some hard wood though. Using my Mora. It's the 125th anniversary edition. Seems to work pretty good for feather sticks. There's one, and then I'll get you back on when I got some more going and ready to light the fire. Now I created a couple more feather sticks, and I made some dust right here. Try to get my fire steel to ignite that with the back of my old trusty Mora. And we have minimal success. Don't want to crowd it. Putting my fire steel and knife away right away. And I got some little stuff here I can feed on, and I'm not going to do much again today, just perhaps some coffee. I don't know. It's still damp, but I got to the center of that oak and feathered it up and made some dust, scraping it with the back of my knife. And it's all about the prep. I said in my other video, you can't really skimp on prep, otherwise you end up in a situation like this and it doesn't work. When you need it to. And that could spell disaster. Still not an established fire, but it's well on its way. The other thing about outdoors is if you're in a hurry to do stuff, you're always going to run out of time. So it takes way longer than you think to do things. It's not, you get accustomed to home life and microwaves and stuff like that. It's not quite the same. Set these bigger ones up so they dry out. And we'll be on our way to a fire. Still all pretty damp though. So you just gotta play with it. Feed it a little bit here and there, and that got hot. And I'll get you back when it's going better. Well, it's just about ready to put on the coffee. Now the water. I'm gonna have my sit down here, and well, I can't see you guys. I'm gonna have to put you on the tripod here. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Got my Pathfinder bottle here. And my little cup. That should be enough for a decent cup of coffee there. Yeah. Got some wood split up. Just little stuff. I don't plan on a big fire or anything. Just like I said. Enough to have a cup of coffee. Now I'm going to stick this down in the fire here. Have you guys follow me down. And I was trying to keep the handles away from the flame, but I got my leather gloves too, so that'll work. Which reminds me, I'm going to put them on now so I can adjust some of these colds. Well, they're not quite colds yet, but you know what I mean. Well, now the handles are going to get warm. But I guess that's alright. Boil my water faster. One of these days I gotta make a little tripod and for the fire and stuff, and then I can hang the pot over the top of it. That's for a different day though. Today was just get out, walk around, find myself. Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you this. It sure does take a load off from day-to-day grind, going to work and doing what you're told to do and what you're supposed to do and being on time. And this is nice because you got no time. Time in the woods, in nature, isn't measured by hours and minutes. It's measured by seasons. Time to slow down and unwind. If you guys haven't gotten out, I encourage you all to just get out and do it. Just go for a day hike. You don't have to do fires, you don't have to do anything. Just get out and do a day hike and look around when you're walking. You know, you see things you never knew were there, instead of just watching where your feet are going. There are times when you need to watch that too, because like that hill I was walking up, gotta watch where you're walking, otherwise you slip and fall. If you're out by yourself, you don't want to hurt yourself, it's not worth it. Just take your time. Don't, if you're starting out, I'd suggest not setting goals. Like, I want to walk 5 miles, I want to camp out overnight, I want to start a bow drill fire. Because in all reality, you're not going to have time to do that. So if you want to practice bushcraft, my suggestion is pick one thing. Like today, well, today was be kind of wet for a bow drill fire, but if that's what you wanted to do on a certain excursion for the day, set out in the morning, find a spot, and just do the bow drill. Don't try to do flint and steel, don't try to do char cloth and making char cloth, making punk wood, charred punk wood. Just do the bow drill, and that's it. And then the next time you go out, practice something else. Otherwise you run out of time and then you get frustrated. So we'll shoot you back down at the fire here and let you watch that for a minute. You guys can hang out and chill with me in the snow. Though it is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, it's definitely not cold. Yes, it is definitely far from cold. And here I was saying I will try to keep the handles out of the fire, and the fire's right underneath it. But that's why you wear gloves. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I burnt the gloves on the handles, they were so hot. That's okay. Get me some coffee out now. Today, let me see what I got today. Today I'm gonna do, I'll do Colombian again. Got my Starbucks Colombia. Now what I like to do, before it comes to a rolling boil, which it's getting close now, I like to add the coffee, because then as it comes to a boil, it mixes it up for me. Not that stirring it's that hard, but... And I do always try to take my trash with me instead of burning it. Keep the woods clean. I don't know, that's my motto. Some people burn it. I guess if you're out for a week-long trip or something, yeah, I guess you could burn a lot of your garbage, because you're going to have fires almost every night anyway to cook on and to relax by at the end of the night. But otherwise I suggest just you carried it in, carry it out with you. I think that's the mature, responsible thing to do when you're out in nature. I know you see a lot of it out there from other people, and if you got time, pick that up too. I mean, not that you're picking up after other people. You are, but you're also helping the image of bushcraft and just being out in the woods. You know, there's that saying, one bad apple ruins the bunch. And if there's hikers walking out, and let me turn you around here. If there's hikers walking by and they see all this garbage, and they see YouTube videos with bushcrafting and stuff and people leaving stuff all over, they're just gonna put two and two together and think, well, geez, bushcrafting's a terrible sport because they trash the woods. So do your part and pick up after others. It is what it is. You're not going to change it. It's the people that don't have common courtesy and respect that leave the garbage. It's not that they don't know, because everybody knows to pick up after themselves. Even kids. So, just my 2 cents worth. Anyway, I'm going to get this on a boil and have me a cup of coffee and relax for a minute. And as always, try to leave little to no trace as possible. Got a little bit of sawdust there from cutting that log. Bunch of footprints. And that's where the fire was. And that's where I was sitting. So, come spring, nobody will ever know I was here. Alright, I guess that's it for this edition of Weekend Wanderer 3. Try to get a little more footage, maybe on a walkout. If I see something interesting, think you guys might like to see, I'll put that in there too. But otherwise, it's Weekend Wanderer 3, signing out. Thanks for watching. Here's a view from above. Got a little steel bridge going over this creek. So I guess with the flow of the water, I'll call an end to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe even learned something. If not, that's okay too. Weekend Wanderer 3. Saying goodbye for now. And hopefully in a week I'll have another video up, depending on the weather.